সকল বোর্ড 2022 প্রিপোজিশন ইংরেজি দ্বিতীয় পত্র এইচএসসি ঢাকা বোর্ড 2022 Camels are one of the few animals that can live in a desert. Camels have humps on their backs. They store fat in these humps. The fat gives them energy. Because camels do not store water, fat helps produce water when camel move around the dry desert. They can go through several months without water. Camels eat grass to get moisture. The camels are as useful to the people of the desert as the buffalo are to the grasslands. The meat of the camel is good to eat. People make cloth out of camel hair. Shoes are made from the hides. The camels are also good for travel in the desert. Some people travel the desert by camels to make a living. Chittagong Board 2022 Preposition. Email has brought about a revolution in modern communication. Messages can be transmitted from one country to another within seconds. It is far cheaper than telephone call. Trade and commerce has become greatly dependent on this speedy mode of communication. It has, however, not reached everyone, especially in developing countries as ours, as most people cannot afford to have a personal computer. But even here, people have started using commercially operated email facilities for important purposes. Rajshahi Board 2022 Preposition. Shilpi married Rashid at the age of 15. Marrying off daughters at an early age is a standard practice in many families living in rural Bangladesh. After her wedding, Shilpi joined a local empowerment group that helps her with the tools needed to gradually change cultural practices, particularly those pertaining to early marriage and pregnancy. The group's activities include discussions on how to change behavior related to reproductive health as well as one-on-one counseling. Like Shilpi, many of the girls got assistance from this empowerment group. Cumilla Board 2022 Preposition. Books are really our best friends as we can rely on them when we are bored, upset, depressed, lonely, or annoyed. They share with us information and knowledge anytime we need. They enable us to have a glimpse of cultures, traditions, arts, history, geography, health, psychology, and many other subjects and aspects of life. Good books always guide us through the right path of life. Reading good books helps us understand the world around us better. While reading books, we build new and creative thoughts, images, and opinions in our mind. This habit helps us explore life from different perspectives. In other words, it has several positive effects in our body, mind, and soul. In fact, the habit of reading is one of the best qualities that a person can possess. Jashore Board 2022 Prepositions HSC ইংরেজি দ্বিতীয় পত্র. The ceremony began at 10 a.m. Our principal, Mr. Rahman, presided over the function and Member of Parliament, Mr. Reza, was the chief guest. The function started with the recitation from the Holy Quran. One of our senior teachers read out the annual report. The honorable chief guest delivered a brief but inspiring speech about education. He advised the students to be regular in the class and attentive to studies and take part in the movement against illiteracy. HSC ইংরেজি সেকেন্ড পেপার প্রিপোজিশন বরিশাল বোর্ড 2022. Traffic problem is a major problem in our day-to-day life. Mainly the city dwellers suffer from it. The drivers do not abide by the traffic rules. Most often traffic problems occur in the congested areas where the roads are very narrow and proportion to our population. There are many unlicensed vehicles which should be brought under control. Strict rules must be introduced in this regard. We should raise consciousness among the people of our country with a view to ensuring a good traffic system for the safety of the people. Sylhet Board 2022. The moon is a very familiar figure to all of us. She awakens a feeling of love and tenderness in our hearts. Even infants in arms stretches out their hands to grasp the beautiful thing, nor is her appeal confined only within children or only to children. Ever since the string of the poetic faculty in man, she has furnished a theme for poets and artists. The moon has no light of her own. The soft silvery brightness which forms her principal charms to us is brought solely from the light of the sun. If we go out on a clear night, we can look for the magic of moonlight. It is often difficult for us to realize that the moon is shining in borrowed feathers. Dinajpur Board 2022. Japan is an island country on the east coast of Asia. It has more than 100 islands which were mostly formed by earthquakes and volcanoes. Most Japanese people live in the 4 largest islands. These islands are Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku and Kyushu. The name of the Japan comes from a Chinese phrase meaning land of the rising sun. Japan has borrowed other things from the Chinese besides its name. The Japanese written language, for example, is based on the Chinese system of picture writing. Japan has to buy almost all its raw materials from other countries. Trade is very important for the island nation of Japan. With the resources it buys, Japan makes products to sell all over the world. Mymensingh Board 2022. A teacher is an architect of a nation. He plays an important role in building up an educated nation. He dispels the darkness of ignorance from the lot of a nation. He is an actor, so to speak. He has to suit his act according to the need of his audience, which is his class. He is a clear speaker with good, strong, and pleasing voice, which is under his control. He does not sit motionless before his class. Everybody has something valuable in him. A good teacher discovers the treasure hidden inside each student. He also wants the students happy, and for this he keeps them busy. A good teacher never hankers after money.